And switch to Pure Talk for a Jackson and a Lincoln. No contract, no hidden fees. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and you'll get 50% off your first month when you switch. That's pound 250, Mike Rowe, for an American wireless company that is truly unprecedented. Pure Talk.
Now, from the Signature Bank Studios.
This hour of The Sean Thompson Show is sponsored exclusively by DonleyAuctions.com. Selling your firearms? Get top dollar from national collectors. DonleyAuctions.com.
AM 560, The Answer.
So when we do these topics, right, I carry with me the contempt for these scum called politicians and the way in which they deceive the ordinary citizen by not revealing just how corrupt. The idea that we're not running these scumbags out of town on a rail is still shocking to me. Take Brandon Johnson, the bum, the fraud, couldn't make his water payment for his own family. I have zero respect for any man that can't pay the water bill for his family. You pay the water, you pay the electric. I don't give a rip about anything else. You deliver, or you're not a man. Simple to me. And what did you think would happen when you put that moron in charge of anything?
As we keep an eye on politics, Chicago's credit rating is being downgraded in the wake of last year's budget battle between the mayor and city council.
No, it's not. No, it's not, you moron, Democrat, spokes idiot posing as a reporter. It's been downgraded 3 times since that simpleton, Brandon Johnson, decided to pretend to be a mayor. And you want to know why it's down? Maybe it's the 150 cops that he has on his detail, like Ed Burke used to have in the alley waiting for him to go by the Gumad's house whenever he got the blue pill kicked in. He was asked about this by the lovely 6-foot Swede, Amy Jacobson.
Okay, last question. Last night you were at the State of the Swamp rebuttal to the State of the Union. And I know it was organized by Defiance.org. Did taxpayers pay for your trip there, or was this an official trip? And if not, couldn't you have done your rebuttal from here on social media?
I'm the mayor of the city of Chicago. I represent Chicago. And that is
$37,000 for his fracking faux hawk, the stupid son of a dog. $80,000 for a wife. She does nothing for a budget to redo an office. What does she have an office for? Scumbag. Not to mention the gift room. They cannot steal enough. So any opportunity to take a little junket, find out if he flew, if he went private, or however. And by the way, I heard that the Tea Party scumbag Joe Walsh, who used to be behind this microphone, he was there shaking the podium. Hey, Joe, why don't you come here and see if you could shake this podium? You want to do that, you swindler? Another swindler, another fraud Democrat posing as a Republican. Are you starting to see a theme you have to keep your eye out for?
Is well within the parameters of my job. Like, I don't stop being mayor because the president of the United States of America.
Do me a favor, elect the Democrats and then watch the credit rating go down, watch the taxes go up, and watch the quality of your life as they deliver equality through poverty and feudalism. That's the cost. Sad part is just so many of these government suck-ons that get jobs from them. Gary, Northlake.
Yeah, Sean, your call screener said that she had a similar experience to this. Before the 22 midterms and all the way up to this last election, I had 3 or 4 voter registration cards mailed to me, okay? And then when I went to vote, I inadvertently had forgotten it. And I said, well, I don't have my voter registration card. They said, okay, what's your name? Gave my name. And I said, do you need to see ID? They're like, no, you're fine. I said, are you sure? And they're like, oh, no, you're fine. And you're right, my electricity bill is up, I'd say 30% easy. And Trump was brilliant in the State of the Union address.
You know, Gary, when we talk about this, right? Sometimes you get caught up in the moment. You get caught up in the recent history. But the reason that it needs to be guarded, and the only reason that we need to be very, very diligent constantly, is that good people died for it. And these scum Democrats steal it. And by the way, they all know. They know, the constituents know, the government suck-ons that kiss the ass of Ed Burke and Daley, they know. And all of a sudden you're supposed to pretend that it's legitimate. If they know, and it goes on, and it's been going on for 70 years, then don't bother me. Don't bother me with the entertainment of telling me what the election results are. Because if it's held by a Democrat scumbag who steals my money, he doesn't care about stealing the vote. That's only one day they got to work.
We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics. I think we can pull this.
Yeah, you did pull it off with your scumbag lawyers. Was it Elias on the Epstein tape? No, Reid Hoffman. I get them confused. You know why? They're both fat slobs who will pay for the destruction of their country. Elias was the one who's the voting lawyer right out of Chicago, huh? Big dump. Ugh. Jeremy, Chicago.
Hey, Sean, how's it going?
Aggravating. How are you? I don't know whose idea this was. They have me go at college in front of the thing, and then they tell me, try not to heckle them too. Really? You're talking to the wrong guy, but go ahead.
So I have a comment about the vote. It just seems like, what you're saying is correct, that the vote is completely fixed, especially in the Democrat areas. I believe because when I went to vote a few times, I didn't have to show ID. I wasn't asked to show ID. The one time I asked about it, they kind of raised eyebrows, like you said, like they kind of looked at me funny, like I was asking a weird question, right? So I agree with you there. And I think even if everybody in Chicago voted for Republicans, the Democrats would still find a way to win. So it looks like...
Go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you. Go ahead.
When it looks like all the Democrats are voting for what they get, it's hard for me to look at that and say, yeah, that's because the average person I talk to in Chicago, they're like 7 out of 10 of the black people were like, I voted for Trump, and the Latinos are like, I support Trump, the majority of them. So I just don't know how this, only what you're saying makes sense.
Do you know who agrees with us? Do you know who agrees with us? All the Democrats.
We recently I actually held a demonstration for my colleagues here at the Capitol, where we brought in folks who, before our eyes, hacked election machines. Those that are being used in many states, but are not state of the art from our perspective.
So now, why wouldn't you want to get to the bottom of it? Because what they figured out after they hired Harry Hursty, if you haven't seen the documentary, Jeremy, you owe it to yourself to watch it, called Kill Chain. Watch it, okay? Beyond the shadow of a doubt, these machines are crooked as Grand Avenue. Beyond the shadow of a doubt. There is no question about it. And the reason it's also traces back and why Venezuela was a big part of it, all of these machines, from Dominion, the Smartmatic, and all the rest of it, they're owned by Venezuelans and crooked bastards in our CIA, okay? And they fixed the software to almost where you could have it as a video poker machine, where it's just rigged from the get-go.
Yeah.
And it's a formula that's rigged. You understand? So there's no question. And before they turn me into one of those morons in Iraq, hoping that Saddam Hussein loses an election, I'm that serious about this. In a Democrat area, I don't even give a rip. I will not turn to my abuser and rub his feet. I am a terrible slave. Terrible. And that's what they want you to be in these neighborhoods. That's what they want you to be in Crook County and the rest of it. Now it's DuPage, too. Forget about it. I'll tell you what, to me, there's one answer, and it's called pack up the family truckster. You come and live with me anytime you want. I'll put you up for a couple weeks till you get squared away. What do you say?
Yeah, anything to get out of here, man, honestly. And what you're saying is perfect when it comes to people don't have the proportionate response. It really bothers me because when I've been going through this life of mine, right? I made my own mistakes and whatever, but it's just like I've been warning people about the riots and the weather and the voting and all these different things and what's the type of crap. And now it's actually showing up and I'm still the jerk. So it's like, well, I'm still the guy who has a proportionate response to it. I just don't see out of maybe 30 or 40 people actually will actually run someone out of town.
Because most people are afraid to engage in conflict, are afraid to speak their mind. And shame on a society that would tell its own kids, don't judge. Shame on a society that did that. This is our fault. Don't judge. When you should be telling your kid, judge everything and everybody and yourself the harshest. That's how you want to turn things around. That's how you turn it around. Judge everything and never believe a liar. This isn't baseball. You lie to me once, don't ever talk to me again. Thank you very much. 312-642-5600.
Broadcasting from the petri dish of corruption known as the state of Illinois.
In the upper Midwest, the nation, and around the world.
This